Hello, family. I'm back. Hello, lovelies. This is Kimberly Purpose, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm doing another video. I want to give, talk about the boycotts that's going on. Now, I did not get a chance to do a boycott talk about the boycott that's going on with Starbucks, but there's a boycott going on with Starbucks when these two businessmen were called on by a great Caucasian employee about them being in the store, and the police came up there and harassed them. So now it causes a major boycott all over the country against Starbucks. But this is the outcome, you guys. I want to tell you all that it looked like the boycott is actually working. I know when I go to the grocery store and look at Starbucks coffee, the shelves are still full. There's a lot of Starbucks coffee still on the shelves at the grocery store. They're not selling like they used to, because back in, prior to all this going on, Starbucks coffees were smelling pretty good. Sometimes it'd be gone and everything, but it's weird seeing that now the shelves are filled with Starbucks coffees. Nobody's buying it because of the negative publicity. But anyway, I want to share this article. I also want to talk about what's going on with the boycott with Waffle House. But I want to first touch on Starbucks. It says here, Starbucks is closing all locations for racial bias education and is going to cost the company millions of dollars. See? Starbucks is closing all of its U.S. locations for the afternoon of May 29th. For the afternoon of May 29th. It says Starbucks is closing all locations nationwide for the afternoon of May 29th for racial bias education training. Wow. See? Like they're going to train their employees on how to treat their customers right. They need to fire those people that call the police on their employees. On the, not employees, the ones that call the police on the American Aborigines for no reason. They're the ones that should be fired. They should fire them. Be nice to know if they reprimanded those employees. But anyway, it says rough calculations indicate that the closure will cost Starbucks $12.4 million in loss in sales. I've always viewed this and this is not an expense, but an investment in our people and our company. Executive Chairman Howard Schwartz said in an interview with NBC. With CBS. Wow, he got a little change of attitude. When they initially interviewed, like he was nonchalant about it. But I guess now you see that, you're going to have to pay the cost for being racist. That's point blank. You can't treat people like crap and think you're just going to get away with it. So Starbucks is closing all of its 8,000. Okay, they already talk about they're going to do a training. And it says here, the decision to temporarily close doors come back to two American Aborigine men who were arrested in Philadelphia Starbucks when they tried to use the bathroom without ordering anything. Footage of this arrest went viral, sparkling boycott threats. Shuttering all stores for an afternoon can be a costly proposition for a company. In an interview with CBS, Executive Chairman Howard Schwartz said that the closure will cost the company millions. Wow. And it says, I've always viewed this and things like this as not an expense, but as an investment in your people and your company. Schwartz said, yeah, before you lose more money, you keep on doing that, you'll be shut down. You can't keep on doing that. It says Bloomberg calculations that how a day shutdown will cost the company $16.7 million, based on the assumption that all U.S. stores make $35.5 million per day, added up to $14 billion in sales in 2017. However, this calculation does not take into consideration that the fact that Starbucks will be closing location in the afternoon while Starbucks continue to be busiest in the morning. In 2000, executives said that 70% of Starbucks sales come before 2 p.m. something the company has been trying hard to fix. Success has been mixed, and Starbucks doesn't break out sales for a day part, so they can estimate roughly 5% increase in their figures. A loss of 35% sales across the U.S. comes out roughly 12.4 million in lost sales, and that ignores the cost of paying all employees to come in for mandatory training in the afternoon, and loss of sales due to customer confusion. And then it says here, while the decision to close stores to train employees on the issue of racial discrimination is unprecedented, Starbucks has been doing similar once before under Schwartz's leadership, and it's roughly, which cost $6 million. And then it says February 2008, Starbucks closed all 7,100 of its stores for 3.5 hours for training employees. Schwartz had recently returned as CEO to turn the company around as it struggled to repair its reputation and grow sales after a period of overexpansion. He called it overexpansion. I think this incident is costing them. They don't want to admit it. That's what I think. You don't realize boycotts work. And it says the closure cost the company an estimated $6 million according to Schwartz. That's 2011 onward. How Starbucks fought for its life without losing its soul. However, Schwartz maintained that it was worth the financial cost and the mockery of the company endured put Starbucks back on the road to recovery. And then here they go on about the closure and everything. It's just, this is more articles on other things. But yeah, so this is what's happening, you guys. They're going to lose some money for training, but I'm not sure if that's going to help any. But the article doesn't go into account some of the loss that they probably are going to face after the fact. You know, it's just talking about just for the training alone. It'll be interesting to know how much they lost in sales in the grocery stores and in their shops due to this incident, because a lot of people are protesting through this boycott and are not going to the stores like they used to. So I know I haven't gone. I know, and I think we should continue this boycott to show them that we mean business. But anyway, I wanted to show another article. This is what's going on with Starbucks. It seems like it's working. It's forcing them to have to train their employees. But, you know, they got to realize they're going to lose some money too. Those companies will learn that they can't treat people that way. But I wanted to go in here to another boycott. I talked about this, the incident about how the police attacked this young lady at the Waffle House in Alabama, and how the police had assaulted her. And I talked about that a few weeks ago, I believe, maybe a few weeks ago, about a month ago, about the incident. Well, you guys, another incident happened in North Carolina. I know the other incident, I think, was in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, North, which is great. But our southern people, if you're out here in the South, we need to be more proactive with what's going on with Waffle House, because this is getting redundant. And nobody should be going to Waffle House. There's a boycott going on. And what happened is this kid got choked out by police at another Waffle House. So, you know, we need to be more proactive. Nobody should be going to Waffle House buying from them. When it happened to that young lady, the boycott should have went on and started instantaneously. And now another person being assaulted at the Waffle House. And then I heard from another video that was on the Advice Show with Phil. The Advice Show, he showed another incident where there were gray Caucasian locking another customer out from an Alabama Waffle House, and they did not want her to come in. And they, you know, even though there were customers that were still in there, and it was doing open hours. So Waffle House is another entity that they need to, we need to continue and put the fire on them, or I would say put the heat on them, because they still want to live in the 1940s and 50s, and that era is over with, and they're dealing with a younger group of people, and we're not going to deal with that. So nobody should be going to the Waffle House. We need to people boycott the South, you all. And if this Waffle House up north, anywhere, all over the country, we should not be going here. ML King's daughter is doing a boycott. She's pushing the issue about the boycott here in Waffle House. And this article is in The Hill and was published on May the 11th. It says MLK's daughter called the Waffle House boycott until it has discussion on racism. See, Waffle House is still not doing anything because they're not losing money. So if any of y'all have a Waffle House, go somewhere else. We can cook at home. Look at American other Aborigine places to eat, to have your money go to in order to keep money in-house among the American Aborigines. Because I stopped going to Waffle House. I used to go to Waffle House every now and then, but I stopped going and I started going to this restaurant called out here in Atlanta. It's Black owned. That's another thing we need to be doing anyway. Find out about your Black, Aborigine owned businesses and visit them and pull our money and resources into our own businesses, because obviously the great Caucasoids have lost their mind because they're dying out because of the low population rate, and they know they're going to be a minority eventually. So now they find, acting like babies and trying to act crazy and want to take it out on us because of their demise. They don't realize they racism is going to turn on to them because, the plague and all the things they do, trying to keep their criminals out of prison, is going to overturn, it's going to fold in on them, implode. So now they're acting crazy and want to harass us and all this crazy stuff with these incidences all over the country. But like I said, in the meantime, we need to just stay away from them, stay clear, and let them fall on their own, because the creator is not happy. You don't realize this is more than just the physical, it's spiritual. Karma has a way of coming back, and you can't keep on treating people, the creator's children that way and think you're going to get away with it. And so in the meantime, we need to stay out of these stores that are not accepting of us. And if they don't accepting of us and don't, treat us right, they don't deserve anything from us, none of our support. Don't go there. But me, my family, we stopped going to Waffle House. I don't go there. Some of their food is not all that great. It's not healthy for you anyway. But I found this really great restaurant right here in Atlanta called, what is it called? I can't think of the name. If I can think of it, I'll put it in the description bar. But no, it's Petite Marche. Petite Marche is right here in Atlanta, and it's a really great restaurant, and it's wonderful home cooked meal, and it's American Aborigines that own it, and it's right here in Atlanta. It's called Petite Marche. And if you're in Atlanta, you might want to go to that restaurant. But, and I've been going there. The food is reasonable. About the same amount of money that I pay at Waffle House, I can pay and get a really good meal over there. And and the money stays in the community, and it goes to our people, as opposed to Great Caucasoids, who are being racist and hateful and bigoted. They don't deserve our money. We should not support them and let their business crumble, because they realize that, we're not going to tolerate that anymore. And this right here is something that we should not be tolerating. But anyway, let's see what this article says. It says here's the video. I'm going to put a link below. If you want to see the video, you can. But I'm going to go ahead and show down this video of this poor teenager being assaulted by this evil-ass Great Caucasoid right here. He's 10. Look how fat he is. This is a big old fat man, weighs 10 times, way bigger than this child, this teenager. Okay, this was totally uncalled for. Really, I didn't see the video yet, but just looking at the pure size of this big old man, he know this kid is a child and choking him. What is wrong with him? Okay. This is what I'm talking about. The total disrespect. We need to teach these people a lesson. You know? And best way, they don't understand anything else but dollars. And since that's the only thing they understand, just don't give them no money. And then another thing is these great caucasoids, if they don't know how to treat our people right, they don't need to be near us, anywhere near us, in our neighborhoods. They should not have a job. Our tax dollars should not be going towards these Caucasians' salary. They don't need to be in our neighborhoods. They need to be in their neighborhoods. They got a drug play. They got plenty of graves to lock up and send to jail if that's what they want to do. But they don't need to be over here harassing us. You know? Now, this child is not no threat to this big old fool right here. I'm sorry, I'm just a little pissed off. You sheer size of him, he up there harassing a small child. He needs to go after big dudes, that's his side. If you're going to mess with someone, get somebody your size. See, I bet you he'll be a punk into a big American Aborigine, and his size are larger. Probably, you know what I'm saying? It's really disgusting. Very disgusting. But anyway, it says here, Dr. Bernice King, the youngest daughter of the civil rights legend legendary Martin Luther King Jr., is calling for a boycott of Waffle House franchise. I'm sorry, in the way, you guys, I won't move until the popular chain implements changes following a viral video showing an unarmed black man being violently arrested at a North Carolina store. See, this is crazy. And teenagers like to go to Waffle House for their prom. A lot of places are closed, and after prom, you go to the prom. And he ruined this kid's date, probably. Grabbing on him and stuff just because a gray caucasoid probably called the police, another female. That's why I said American Aborigines, y'all need to watch out, especially our men. Copper-colored men need to look at these gray caucasoid women and how they turn on you and call you over stupid stuff. Why on earth do you want to date and marry them? Okay, it's obvious that their females are in cahoots with gray supremacy. I know y'all try to separate the caucasoid female, but she's the primary, all in the middle of it. She produces gray supremacy. So stop dating them and having their babies, because that's all they're doing. Is trying to destroy, and they target our wealthy men because that's to get money, and the money goes straight back into their community and not ours. But anyway, so an unarmed man, and it says here, King urged her followers on Thursday to stay out of Waffle House after a video showed a North Carolina police officer choking and slamming a man wearing a prom attire to the ground, garden thousands of views on Facebook. And it says, family, let's stay out of Waffle House until the corporate office legitimately and seriously commits to discussion on racism, employee training, and other plans to change until they start to implement change. Exactly. And they need to also pay this kid for the assault. And probably one of their great caucasoids being racist calling and trying to get this kid killed. It's crazy. This is crazy. And then here's your Twitter telling us to stay out of the stores. And all of that, if you are an employee and you're an American Aborigine, quit Waffle House and don't work there and work somewhere else. Try to get a job somewhere else. Because get a job somewhere else and try to stay out of there. And if you can. And we should not be buying their food. We definitely need to boycott them because they need to understand we're not going to tolerate this. And we need to unite. We really do. But anyway, it says, and here's another video right here. It's crazy. Obviously, the kid is at the prom. When this came from the prom or a dance. And it says the video this video 22-year-old Anthony Walls is slammed against the wall and then the ground, according to the Walls to the wall. The incident began after Waffle House workers cursed at him and his sister, a 16-year-old whom had just taken her to school prom for sitting in a booth that has not yet been cleaned. The employee then called the workshop police, who initiated the physical encounter. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. And I bet you the employee is a gray caucus or a female. Just like in the other incidents, always a gray caucus or a female. And every incident, if you look at what happened on Black Wall Street, another gray caucus or a female. These grays, you need to see, and these females, they are the main ones who start shit. Excuse my French. They be starting this stuff. And black men, our Aborigine men, y'all need to understand that they're not our friend. They are in cahoots with the gray caucus or male. Both of them are in it together. So see both of them together as the enemy, as the problem. Both of them are. You can't separate the female from the male. And for some reason, y'all want to separate the female so you have an excuse to sleep with her. But I'm telling you, she's the root of our demise. She's a problem. Stay away from her. Don't even date her or look her way. Because they're the main ones that's be causing this problem. It's not just now, it's proven historically that that's how they operate. And it says, Warsaw police officer Eric Southern told the Rain News and Observer that the officer was not trained to react to the situation in that manner. Yeah, right. That big old fat cop, no, he needs to be arrested for assault, and he needs to go, he needs to be fired. He shouldn't even get a check for that. Because he obviously big and fat he is. He know that boy wasn't a threat. I know he's not a boy. He's a young man. He's 22 years old, so he's a young adult. But still, what threat did he have? He didn't have a gun pointing towards him or anything. So it just didn't make no sense in how he did it. And it says, it's not that what you train to do in an incident like this, but when you're dealing with someone fighting and resisting an officer, you try to use proper tactics and go for one move. But that might not work because that person's moving or the officer is moving. Someone said, in real versus training situation, move doesn't always work out like you want them to. This is to have to stop by sharing reports to every news report Wall wrote on Facebook. The video has been shared 2,000 times. And so we need to share this video. I guess I'll play a clip of it so you guys can see it for yourself. And then I'll share the rest.
He's not supposed to be. But I'm recording this. He's not supposed to be doing that. He's not supposed to be doing that.
Get your hands off me. Get your supervisor hand. Get your hands off me. Get your supervisor hand. Get your hands off me.
He's not supposed to be putting his hands on me.
Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get this thing to stop. Hopefully you guys got a chance to see the video. Okay, well that's the end of that video. I'm sure this commercial. So anyway, that's what happened during that incident. That's what happened during that incident. And sorry about that. Computer shut off, but that's what happened. And till next time, peace, family. Be blessed. Bye-bye.